Hi, hello everyone. I'm so excited that you're here. My I don't know whether you'll be able to hear them, but my church bells are just ringing out midnight here in Spain, so rather late. I can see the numbers going up as people join in. So hi to you wherever you are and however you're joining me, whether you're joining me via YouTube or via the Anne Boleyn Files Facebook page. It's great to have you here. A big hello to you. Do feel free. This is a bit more informal tonight than the lives last week. So do feel free to say hi and to say where you're joining me from. I'm just going to have a look at comments. So, oh yeah, we've got lots of people. Howdy, I just made coffee. Happy holidays. Says, not sure how you pronounce your name, Kavina. Dorothy, hi from Redding, California. Sherry from Canada. Maurice from Rio de Janeiro. Oh, wow, in Brazil. Mary, hello from America. Yana from North Wales. Oh, my parents live in North Wales, so hello to you. Oh, Lisa from Maine. Sorry if I don't mention everyone, but these comments are going quite mad. Ipswich, UK, Helen. Vicky from Maryland. Oh, Bill Wolf is a regular on the Tudor Society, so I know Bill. Oh, hello, Tim from downstairs. I like that. My husband keeping an eye on me from downstairs. Tara from the UK. Rosemary from Australia, Michelle from Whitby, Ontario. Oh, we've got Chicago, Oklahoma, all sorts. A big hello to you. So it's lovely to read all these comments, and it's so nice that you're joining me when it's so close to the holidays. Yes, a busy week for everyone. So today what I'm going to be talking about is I'm going to be talking about a masterclass that I'm running in January. It's a masterclass and it's going to be called Who Killed Anne Boleyn? Now, I was seeing even more people actually joining in. Oh, Portugal, Pennsylvania. So if you're watching me on this live stream, then please do say hello. Give me a like, a thumbs up, an emoji. Just say hi where you're joining me from, because I'm going to be looking at the comments later as well. When all this is finished, I will go through the comments and have a look, because I'm always blown away with these live events as to just, you know, how I sort of how I'm talking to people from all over the world. I mean, isn't technology amazing? Idaho, New York, Essex. Oh, it's just incredible. So please do take the time just to say hi, say where you're from, or just put an emoji, smiley face, anything. And also, if you're watching the replay, because I'm going to make a replay available. If you're watching the replay, then you can put hashtag replay just so I know that you are watching the replay. But it really is nice to see everybody joining in. Thank you very much for spending this time with me. So as you know, and I'm going to share a slide now, technology is great. As you know, I've decided to do this masterclass, Who Killed Anne Boleyn? And it's a bonus to an event I'm running from the 28th of February to the 6th of March, 2022. And this masterclass that I'm running in January is a kind of fast action bonus for people that book before the new year, book on the Anne Boleyn, the Woman Who Changed England online conference, buy their tickets before the 31st of December, and they can join me. So it's only available for those ticket holders, so you don't want to miss it. Make sure that you do grab your ticket before the 31st of December. Now, got loads more comments. Hello, thank you, Mark, who says I'm looking well. I'm feeling very tired. It's been quite a manic few weeks. Yes, putting together the conference, but I have enjoyed doing it. Now, the reason I've chosen to talk about Who Killed Anne Boleyn I'm just going to actually sort of remove that slide so I can come back to you. The reason I've chosen to talk about this subject as a bonus for ticket holders is because I know that Anne Boleyn's fall and her execution, well, there's a lot of confusion about what led to Anne Boleyn's dramatic fall and execution in 1536. I mean, when I wrote my book, The Fall of Anne Boleyn, A Countdown, I mean, it just brought it home to me just how quickly events moved in 1536. You know, Anne was arrested on the 2nd of May, the day after the May Day joust. And she died, well, not died, was executed brutally on the 19th of May, 1536. I mean, that's just so quick. So, yes, there's a lot of confusion about it. I mean, King Henry VIII, he'd courted Anne, he'd wooed her, bombarded her with love letters to start since at least 1526. We don't know the actual time when their relationship started. And of course, his relationship with her changed the course of English history. He broke with his beloved church to possess her, to make her his, to have her as his wife. And yet Anne Boleyn was queen for just 3 years, 1533 to 1536. And there are so many theories about what caused her fall. Now, some people blame Henry VIII's closest advisor, Thomas Cromwell. He was the right-hand man, the king's yes man, really, believing that Cromwell feared that Anne Boleyn would bring him down, just like his predecessors had been brought down, his predecessors being Cardinal Thomas Wolsey, Sir Thomas More. They'd all been brought down. And the idea is that Cromwell saw Anne Boleyn as a threat, and it was a kind of her or me situation. Others blame King Henry VIII, who we see there, and I love that Holbein portrait of him. They blame him for tiring of Anne, wanting to move on, wanting to have a son, having that Lady Jane Seymour in the wings. You see Jane Seymour there. Some blame Jane Seymour and the Seymour brothers and those Catholic conservatives who all sort of grouped together as a kind of faction. And others blame Anne herself. Nothing saying, yeah, Poirot. Yes, I'm a Poirot fan. Others blame Anne herself, seeing her behaviour as not appropriate for a Queen of England, and that she alienated those around her by her behaviour, including her own husband. And still others see Anne's fall as a combination of lots of factors. And there are loads more suspects than these ones I show there in the slide. So yes, others see her fall as a combination of factors. And if you've got a ticket, or you're going to get a ticket to my Anne Boleyn, The Woman Who Changed England event, you'll be able to join me on the 15th of January 2022. That's when I'm going to be doing this masterclass on who killed Anne Boleyn. I'm going to live stream it, and together we're going to walk through the evidence and the suspects. And I'm a big Agatha Christie fan. I grew up reading Agatha Christie actually from quite a young age, really. I used to love them. And I'd love to imagine myself as Hercule Poirot, although I'm probably a bit more like Miss Marple these days. But I imagine myself as Poirot, at the end of the books and at the end of the episodes or films, he gathers together all of the suspects in that same room, and there's the denouement. I quite like that posh word, the untangling, the unveiling, the big unveiling of the killer. You know, he tells everyone, he goes through, you know, the whys and wherefores, and he unveils the killer. So I kind of see myself as a bit of Poirot. And no, nothing muffins. It's not too late to get tickets. No, it's not. 31st of December is the deadline for the masterclass, but I'm going to be talking a bit more about that in a few minutes. So the unveiling of the killer, that's what I'm going to try and do. I'll share my view of the, you know, who I think did it. The person that I hold responsible. Now, do you have a pet theory? Do you have a theory as to what happened in 1536, and who do you think was ultimately responsible? Do share in the comments. I'll be reading them afterwards. So Lyndall is saying, Tim Ridgway, you say you're downstairs, so I presume Claire has put you in a dungeon. Hope you've got bread, water, and a window. He's downstairs and I'm upstairs, but he's in a lovely, in our conservatory, the lovely heater next to him on a sofa. So he's quite comfortable. So do share who you think is responsible. Christine is asking me what time is it here. It's just after midnight. So yeah, do share. I'll be reading the comments later, so it'd be lovely to just go through the comments and see who you hold ultimately responsible for Anne Boleyn's fall and her execution. So as well as acting as Poirot or Miss Marple, or Tommy and Tuppence, I think it was as well, wasn't it? As well as acting in that way and exploring the suspects and going through the evidence to sort of back up the theories. I'm also going to, in this live stream, give you the chance to share your views. It's going to be a live stream, sort of just like this, but in a private Facebook page. And I'm going to ask for your views, and I'm going to let you ask me as well more questions about the awful events of 1536 that culminated in a Queen of England going to the scaffold and, of course, being decapitated by an expert swordsman. A shocking event. It shook not only England, but it shook Europe. And we can have a bit of a debate on this hot topic because, you know, there are so many theories. I'm seeing some. Roy thinks it was Henry every time. Carol's saying all four contributed. Rosemary is saying her ambitious father deserves some blame. Well, we are going to be learning a lot about Thomas Boleyn, actually, in the event, Anne Boleyn, the woman who changed England, because Lauren Mackay is joining us. And, of course, she's written a biography on Thomas, dual biography on Thomas and George Boleyn. So she's going to be talking a lot about Thomas. So we'll be really enlightened about Thomas. Therese, I think Henry VIII, because Anne broke her promise and didn't produce a male heir. And, you know, wanting is far more exciting than having. So, so yes, so lots of comments coming in about that. And if you do keep sharing, because I'll be going through the comments afterwards. Nothing says ultimately it's Henry, but it's so complex. So yes, interesting. It's good to see your theories. So yes, it's going to be an interesting time. So who killed Anne Boleyn? Now I'm actually going to be speaking twice on that day, because I realize, especially as I'm seeing all of your comments coming through and where you're from, where you're tuning in from, that we've got lots of different time zones. I mean, I'm speaking, you know, I think it's midnight now, 12:15 or so. You know, for some of you it's afternoon, for some of you it's, you know, Wednesday morning. We've got people from all over the world. So I'm going to be speaking live twice on the 15th of January. It's going to be a 90 minutes or so masterclass, although it could end up being longer if we've got lots of questions and if we get into those hot debates. So I'm going to be speaking at 10 a.m. London time, 5 a.m. New York time, and then 11 p.m. London time, 6 p.m. New York time. But those people who get tickets for the Anne Boleyn, the Woman Who Changed England event, will be given all the times in the different time zones and a link also for converting that time zone as well to yours. I'll also be doing a recording and a transcript for people who join it as well, so that if you can't join in, you've got the recording and the transcript too. And those people who are joining it can also send me questions in advance if they can't make it as well. So this masterclass is a bonus, and it's only available to those of you who grab your ticket and pay either in full, or we've got a payment plan, 2 payments for my conference, which I've had so much fun arranging. It's been really, really busy, but I've had so much fun arranging it. And the deadline for get onto the masterclass in January is to get your tickets before the 31st of December. Who's already got their ticket, by the way? It would be great if you could comment if you're one of those that's already been super organized and got your ticket. So do comment if you've already got your ticket. That would be great if you shared that. I know quite a few of you have. I'm not sure actually whether I've spotted any names of people that have, but it would be great if you could share if you've got your ticket. Now, if you haven't already heard about this online event that I've been going on and on about, the actual event is a week, 7 days a week of daily talks and live Q&A sessions, question and answer sessions with the people who I see as the best Anne Boleyn experts. And I believe that during these 7 days, you'll get to meet a very new Anne Boleyn, and you'll understand why Anne changed the course of English history, why she was the catalyst of huge change, the English Reformation. It's for you if you really want to sort of peel back the layers that have built up due to fiction, TV series, books, and even down to some historians as well. All these layers that have built up over Anne Boleyn. I really want us, as historians, the 8 historians that are all involved, to really peel back those layers and to introduce you to a very new Anne Boleyn, because I realized since 2009, since I've been, researching Anne Boleyn, that it really is confusing and incredibly frustrating at times. When you read one Anne Boleyn biography and it says one thing and you're convinced you've got it now, you understand Anne, and then you pick up another biography and it says something completely different. And, how are you meant to know what's right? And so, yeah, I completely understand that frustration, especially if you're a newbie to the topic. And that's one of the reasons for me choosing to do this conference and bringing in my very favorite historians, people that I've got to know really well over the past few years with my work on Anne. They're true experts. They're people I trust. Oh, thank you, Eve. Eve says, let's see, lost Eve's comment there. Eve, I've got my ticket off. Thank you, bless you. I really look forward to sharing it all with you. These are experts who I know their work is grounded in the contemporary sources. By that I mean the primary source of contemporary sources, the evidence from that time, who work with the documents of that time, the evidence, real history. And these are people that work hard and meticulously, people I trust, and yeah, real history. And so I've chosen those people I trust to join me in fleshing out the real Anne Boleyn for you. Now, I know many of you, I'm looking at names that I've, I can see Rebecca, thank you. I can see you. This is why I've always appreciated your clear, well-researched videos online. Thank you so much. I'm spotting names coming up. People that I know have been following, the Anne Boleyn files. Some of you since the beginning, since 2009. Some of you are newer. You've been following my YouTube videos. You've watched the BBC documentary, The Boleyns, A Scandalous Family. You've read my books. I was trying to tot out how many books I've actually written on the Boleyns. I think it came to 6. Yeah, off the top of my head. So you might have read my books, and actually, who's read my books? That would be nice to see. That would be good for my ego and cheer me up. Let me know in the comments if you've read my books and which ones you prefer. Which are your favourites. I'd really love to see that. It's always really heartwarming to know that my books are out there in the wild being read. So you've also got, I'm sure, shelves. Well, I have shelves and shelves of books on Anne Boleyn and Henry VIII and Henry's 6 wives and Tudor history. But before now, you haven't had the opportunity, I hope, to learn from the people that I consider are 8, and I'm including myself in this, that's a bit egotistical, isn't it? To learn from 8 of the very best Anne Boleyn experts, and not just to hear them and to hear their views and what they have to say in their talks, but to also to ask them your burning questions in real time. So you haven't had that opportunity until now. And I remember actually having the very lucky experience of having dinner with Eric Ives at Hever Castle with a tour group, and sitting next to him. And I'm sorry to him. I mean, bless his heart, he's no longer with us. But I just grilled him all night, because who wouldn't? If you're sitting next to the man who wrote the Anne Boleyn Bible, you are going to grill him, aren't you? So actually being able to ask your burning questions was just brilliant. So in the conference in Anne Boleyn, the woman who changed England, we're actually going to be focusing more on Anne's early years. My masterclass is going to be looking at her end and who was responsible for that. But the conference itself, the 28th of February to the 6th of March, is going to be looking at Anne Boleyn's early years, her upbringing, her education, her formative years spent abroad, the people who influenced her during that time. Because we, and I mean the 8 historians who are all involved, and in fact many others believe this as well, that it's this part of her life that made Anne Boleyn the woman she was. She had such different experiences to other women who went to court. She had amazing opportunities and surrounded by so many influences. And all that made her the woman who, when she turned up at court in 1522, she turned heads. I mean, she captivated courtier Henry Percy, poet Thomas Wyatt, and then finally the King of England. So we're going to explore what made her that woman. It's something that fascinates me, just looking at those years. I think you can tell I'm rather excited about this event, and I know that I and my fellow 7 experts can bring this queen to life for you, offer you new insights into her personality, her life, and her eventual fall, really flesh her out for you. But if you're interested in understanding Anne Boleyn on a much deeper level, then hang around, because I'm going to tell you just how you can be involved in my masterclass and this online conference. So do hang around. I'm just looking at how many people are joining me. Thank you. And I've got so many likes, and that's you are so kind. Thank you very much. So Anne Boleyn, the woman who changed England, runs from the 28th of February to the 6th of March 2022. I can't believe how fast that's going to come round. I can't believe how quickly this year has gone. We're in some kind of COVID time warp, I think. Now, as you can see on the slide, these are the historians, the Anne Boleyn and Boleyn experts who are going to be a part of this event. And I feel so honoured to see my name amongst them. It really is a pinch me moment. But yes, you've got Dr. Owen Emerson, who of course is my co-author of The Boleyns of Hever Castle. He's assistant curator at Hever and the castle historian. I can't give you details on all of them, but Lauren Mackay, I just love her book on Thomas and George Boleyn. Natalie Grunninger, you'll know Natalie, I'm sure, from Talking Tudors podcast on the Tudor Trail. Sarah Morris from her podcast, her Tudor Travel Guide. Of course, me, who you already know, so I don't really need to introduce myself to you, but I've written quite a few books on Anne Boleyn and the Boleyns, and done quite a few videos. Gareth, I just loved him, and quite a few of these people you'll recognise from the Boleyns, a scandalous family. I just loved his rather scathing comments about the Duke of Norfolk, Thomas Howard, the Duke of Norfolk. He was just so funny on that. Dr. Estelle Paronk, who was really, I felt, really brought Anne's time in France to the forefront in that documentary, The Boleyns, a Scandalous Family, and really went into how that had a real influence on Anne. So she's going to be talking more about that. Kate McCaffrey's groundbreaking research on Anne Boleyn's Books of Hours, has not long been unveiled. She's going to be joining us too. She's also assistant curator at Hever Castle. So we've got all those Anne Boleyn experts, many of whom you'll recognise from the BBC's programme, The Boleyns, a Scandalous Family. And did you watch that? Did anyone watch that? I'm not sure. I can't remember when it was airing in over the pond, but yeah, it was on UK TV. I was actually a contributor at the start, so I did a lot of research and did Zoom interviews with the production team, but then COVID stopped me from doing the filming, so that was really, really frustrating. But did you watch it and did you enjoy it? I'd love to know, so do mention in the comments if you enjoyed that. But yes, Gareth's scathing comments on the Duke of Norfolk, I just absolutely loved. So you'll recognise some of them from that. You'll recognise them from other TV work, their books, podcasts, interviews, blogs and articles. These are all people who, are real experts. So their videos, their video talks will go live each day between the 28th of February and the 6th of March. And so they'll be posted on the date that they're scheduled. There's a schedule on the website. I can give you a link to the website in a bit. And these talks can be watched at any time, not just that week. If you've got a ticket for the event, you'll have lifetime access to them so that you can watch them again and again, go back to them. There will also be, as I said, you'll get the chance to ask your burning questions, because there'll also be live Q&A sessions with our experts, so that you can grill them, and also so that you can interact with other people, other ticket holders, other people that are just as passionate as you are about Anne Boleyn and Tudor history and good Tudor history. So yes, get your questions answered and also actually interact with other Tudor history lovers. And because we have such a large community of Tudor history lovers normally, I mean, you know, thinking about my YouTube videos and how many views they get and how many people come to these lives and that, because we have such a large community of Tudor history lovers that I'm actually really looking forward to the conference and looking forward to being able to interact with you and answer your questions in a bit more of an intimate setting. And I know my fellow speakers feel the same way, because when you're talking to thousands, which sometimes are when you're doing a YouTube video, for example, a pre-recorded YouTube video, and then there's so many comments and you just can't, there's no way you can answer everything. But I really feel that this conference, it will be more intimate and we'll be able to answer questions more easily and interact more easily. It's going to be lovely. And the event is completely online. So you can attend from home, you can sit in bed, you can wear your PJs. So an online virtual conference is just such a huge blessing in these uncertain times when there are travel restrictions and it's perhaps not sensible to travel as well. So yes. So all online. Now I'm going to see if I can drop a link. I'm going to post a comment here. I'm going to see if I can do it. Let's see if this works. Now, I've just put a comment in the comments with a link to the actual page for the conference so that you can have a good look. I've got lots of questions coming in already. There is a whole FAQ, frequently asked questions bit, on the page with lots of answers there, but I will also go through questions in the end. So have a look. I've just dropped that link to the event page in the comments for you, but you'll also find it if you just go to claireridgway.com and then click on the events bit of the website. As I said, you need to buy a ticket before the 31st of December to have access to the January masterclass, because that's happening before the conference. That's happening on the 15th of January. So do grab a ticket ASAP. Now, as well as having 7 days of talks and live Q&A sessions with those experts, ticket holders will receive a special souvenir book. I really wanted people to have something, although it's it's a virtual event. I wanted people to have something physical as a kind of memento. So a unique souvenir paperback book, Anne Boleyn, The Woman Who Changed England, and that's going to include transcripts of all the expert talks, along with photos of our speakers and their bios as well. So it's going to be a really, really special book. Also, as soon as you grab your ticket, because obviously that souvenir book you'll get after the event, but as soon as you get hold of your ticket, you'll instantly get, when you register, you'll get the audio versions of my best-selling books, the Anne Boleyn collection and the Fall of Anne Boleyn, A Countdown. I have a real soft spot for my book, The Fall of Anne Boleyn, A Countdown, because it had such an impact on me researching it. So you'll get those straight away as soon as you've bought your ticket. Then you'll be the first to get hold of the audio version of the Anne Boleyn collection too, which I'm going to be spending quite a bit of time over Christmas and January recording it, because I'm going to narrate it myself, and that's going to be released in February, but you will be the first to have it on its release. So I'm actually going to hold off releasing it until after the event. It's only going to be released for you, so you'll have that first. And you'll also, as I said, you'll have lifetime access to the video talks, the transcripts. I'm going to do transcripts of the live chats as well, so that if people miss them, then people will be able to have some record of them. And I'm also going to, we're also going to have people, sorry. And we're also going to let people submit questions in advance if they can't make the live chat. And there are also gift certificates available, by the way, if there is an Anne Boleyn fan in your life, you can get hold of a gift certificate as well. So who is this event for? Well, anyone that has a fascination with Anne Boleyn. If you've watched, like me, the Tudor series over and over, even though it's not greatly accurate, but you just love anything Tudor. Or you've watched better thing now, Anne of the Thousand Days, over and over. I do love that one. If you read every book on Anne, if you've relished every documentary, or even if you've just discovered Anne, and I remember that feeling of just discovering her and being really, really drawn to her and fascinated. There's just something about Anne that grabs you. So even if you're a complete newbie and you want to discover more about her, so whatever your level of Anne Boleyn knowledge, you'll get something from this event. You'll learn something new, and you'll deepen your knowledge of this fascinating, and I do find her fascinating, this fascinating queen. So I'm going to put that link in the comments again, just so that you've definitely got it. Let's see if I can do that. Technology is great. I've just done that again for you, so you should be able to see that. So yes, 31st of December is the deadline if you want to join the masterclass Who Killed Anne Boleyn. So question time now, and I'm going to put a little banner on the screen for you. I'm getting good at this technology, you know. If you have a question, it's handy if you put a Q in front of it so that I can see it more easily, so I can distinguish it from the ones that are just saying hi, so I'll spot it more easily. So I'm just going to have a look on the questions. So Maurice is saying, are they on Kindle? The books are going to be PDFs, just so that they suit everybody, because you can read, people have got different e-readers, and you might want to read them on your PC and that as well. I know you can get Kindle apps, but you'll get them as PDFs because that is kind of easier for everybody. Let's have a look. What other questions? So yeah, just if you put a Q. Amanda's asking, what approximate time UK will be the live Q&A sessions? I haven't completely scheduled the live Q&A sessions at the moment, but UK time, I'm aiming for them to be sort of 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. just because that also helps people the other side of the pond, and it also helps people sort of in Australia. Having them late evening in the UK and even later in Central Europe just makes it kind of easier. I'm doing my live Q&A sessions in a private Facebook group, so that I'm actually going to be on video. I'm going to do live stream, but private, in the private Facebook group, and do it that way. But other historians are going to be doing it in our private chat room, so that it'll be a typed chat. So it's great when you can join in your pajamas with a glass of wine. So yeah, so typed chat as well. We just want to do, I want to do a mix, because we've got some people I know that are hard of hearing, and we've also got people with visual problems. So I want to mix it up a bit and do some of it audio based, and some of it sort of more visual. So thank you for that question. Oh, thank you, Phil. is recommending the Hever Castle book that Owen and I did. Thank you very much. Just looking through for questions. People are saying Merry Christmas, so that's really nice. So yeah, if you've got any questions about the event, now is the time to ask it. Just having a look. Oh, thank you, Ashley. Incredible historian lineup. Thank you so very much. I'm just feel really honoured to be amongst those. Back in 2009, did I ever think that I'd be talking with those historians? No, I didn't. So it really, really is lovely. Oh, thank you, Rebecca. This is a long-awaited, groundbreaking event. Oh, thank you. It's a really, really lovely comments. Oh, Sheena, one of my greatest memories is hearing him. That's Eric Ives talk and watching him go through his slide deck. Yeah, he spoke to our group. Sheena was one of the group. He spoke to our group and he just said, I can go on a bit. I can talk. I think he said I can talk about Anne Boleyn until the cows come home. So please, please, please put your hand up if you've had enough of me. If I go on for too long, not one of us put our hands up because we could have listened to him all night. He was just Eric Ives was amazing. That was definitely one of my pinch me moments. So yes, I'm just trying to any more questions about the event or about the masterclass? Yes, Taylor's saying I love Gareth. The way he talks about history is so entertaining. He's got such a quick mind, hasn't he? And he's just such an intelligent chappy. And a good friend. So thank you, Michelle, saying that she's fingers crossed getting her funds together for it. But now I can't find that that comment. I was just going to press on you, Michelle, and have you on the screen, but now I've lost your comment. Very good question, Linda. What time every day are the classes going to be held? The video classes, I'm going to make them so that they actually are scheduled to kind of go on the previous night at sort of midnight my time, so that say the February the 28th, the first talk, which I think is Gareth, if I've got it right, talking about Anne Boleyn's Irish ancestry, that will be there waiting for everyone when they wake up wherever they are in the world, and you'll be able to watch it whenever you want. It's not the historian talks themselves are pre-recorded videos so that you can watch them at your leisure. So yes, I'm going to be sort of scheduling them for the sort of the night before, so that when you wake up, they are there for you. So be joyful. Is there a charge for this event? Yes, there is. It is $497, which includes absolutely everything. And there is a payment plan as well. You can pay. I can't remember how much it is. I think it's $255 into 2 payments. Can't remember. Don't quote me on that. There's a payment plan where you can pay in 2 monthly installments as well. And to get the masterclass, you have to have bought your ticket by the 31st of December. Phil's actually asking me if I'm working on any more Anne Boleyn books in the future. Yes, of course I am. I will never stop writing about Anne Boleyn. My plans at the moment, Owen and I have got a biography that we really want to work on, which is top secret at the moment. We need to get back to our book on Hever Castle. Again, with travel as it is, I haven't been able to go to the UK and be able to get together with him. But our project on Hever Castle started out as a social history of Hever from its very beginnings to the present day. So we want to go back to that and write that book as well. But yes, definitely, I will be writing about Anne Boleyn in the future. No specific plans at the moment, but you can never stop me writing about Anne Boleyn. And I also want to do the Fall of Catherine Howard, a countdown. I started that in 2012, I think, and I keep putting it aside for other projects. So yes. So okay, I think I've answered all of the questions that are about the event. So thank you very much for those. Now, this has been absolutely wonderful spending this time with you today. And thank you so much for giving up your time at such short notice as well. I really, really hope that you'll be able to join me for the masterclass in January and the big event starting on the 28th of February. Linda's just asking an important question. I thought there was a live portion where we could ask questions. Am I confused? There's both. There's the video talks by the historians, and then later in the week, because I want to give people a chance to actually see, say Gareth's video is the first one, Gareth's talk is the first one on the 28th of February. It is pointless me scheduling his Q&A session for the same day, because people in different time zones need a chance to actually watch his talk and to take it in. So we'll be scheduling the live Q&As, which will be in a chat room for a bit later, so that you've had chance to watch the video. So the Q&A doesn't come straight after the talk. It will be later, just to give people a chance to really take it in, to formulate questions as well. So thank you. That was a brilliant, brilliant question. Thank you. I'm glad I was able to clarify that. Remember, if you have any questions, that you can always contact me. I'm always really happy to hear from you. You can contact me via the Anne Boleyn Files Facebook page, or Claire at theanneboleynfiles.com as well. Claire with an I and an E. Yes, very fussy. Claire at theanneboleynfiles.com. I'm always happy to answer your questions. So, you know, don't think it's a stupid question. I always used to tell, when I was a teacher, I always used to tell my classes that no question is a stupid question. You just need to ask. So do ask. Oh, some really lovely comments. Thank you. It's so lovely seeing such happiness. So yes, so I'm always happy to help. And I just want to take this opportunity again to thank you for all your encouragement and support. I mean, I've been working with Anne Boleyn since 2009 now, and it's just, I couldn't be doing anything that I'm doing, and neither could all the other historians and experts, without you sort of reading our work, watching our videos, getting involved with our events. So I really want to thank you for your encouragement and support. And if I don't see you before, if I don't see you, you know, in the Tudor Society or the Anne Boleyn Files or online, then I just want to wish you a very, very wonderful festive season. I know there are some people that don't celebrate Christmas, very different religions, different cultures, but have a really wonderful festive season if you're celebrating, and a very happy new year. And you know, I hope and I pray for a better new year, a better 2022, and it definitely will be, because we've got the conference coming, and I can't wait to bring you more Tudor history next year. Lots planned. It's going to be a wonderful year history-wise, definitely. Lots to think about, lots to do. So thank you very much for being with me. I'm just checking that there's nothing else that's important that people need to know. Someone is just asking how can they get hold of tickets. So I'm just going to share that link again. I've just shared the link again. It's on my author website, claireridgway.com. If you just go to the homepage, claireridgway.com, there is a bit on there about it, and you can click on events and find it that way. And I'm also posting on social media about it. I'm going through it at the moment, introducing sort of each of the experts in turn. So you can't miss it, really. Chris is saying, please do more live streams. You're so charming. Thank you. That's so sweet of you. Thank you. I do enjoy doing them. They're a bit nerve-wracking, but I always ease into it when you start commenting, and I love the engagement. It's just lovely that technology allows us to do this. So have a wonderful festive season if you're celebrating, and a very happy new year. And I really look forward to seeing you very soon. So don't forget to leave me some comments. If you're watching the replay, put #replay and leave a comment as well. You're not being silly leaving a comment on the replay, because I will be looking at comments later as well. So take care and good night, and I will hopefully see you soon. Keep safe and well. Bye bye.